I was just like, hey, y'all can come get the degree back.
For real. Yeah, no, for real.
Take it. I know how to do the job now. Come get it back. 5 takeaways from the Department of Education's student loan rulemaking. Let's see. On November 6th, a day earlier than expected, the Department of Education concluded the Reimagining and Improving Student Education Committee. And so here are the four bullet points that at a high level that's talking about. The rollout of new loan limits for graduates and professional students, those attending less than full-time and parent borrowers. The ability of institutions to limit loans for students and parent I'm getting so tongue-tied today. Students and parent borrowers in specific programs of study. The integration of new repayment plans into and the elimination of some existing plans and types of deferment from the student loan environment, and modifications to the structure of forbearances and loan rehabilitation provisions from those working to exit default. Now, graduates and professional students will face new loan limits next year. What happens next is still unclear. Perhaps the biggest ticket item on the agenda, at least for institutions around the table, was codifying the definition of a graduate versus a professional degree. Starting on July 1st, 2026, students attending graduate programs will have annual loan limits of $20,500 and aggregate loan limits of $100,000, while those enrolled in programs that award a professional degree will have limits of $50,000 and $200,000. The previous Graduate Plus loan program, which allowed borrowing up to a student's cost of attendance, will no longer be available for new borrowers. Interesting. What you think about that?
I think that don't think about them loans. Go to school. Think about them later. Because I feel like you can make your life better, but if you're worried about loans, you might not do it.
Yeah, but I think even for them to want to go to school, they might not be able to go because of the loan limit, because if their choice is not considered professional, and that's actually
it's limit. It's
you know what? Watch this. I like to do this.
It's disappointing. I will say that. Because it discourages people from doing things that people need to do. Everybody can't do the same thing or work in the same fields. We need people across all these different industries and sectors for the world to be successful and to be able to thrive and go around.
Right. So by the professional definitions admission, the committee is actually playing itself. So it has 3 different definitions. Professional, engaged in a specific activity as one's made paid occupation rather than a pastime, a professional boxer. Worthy of or appropriate to a professional person, competent, skillful, or assured. Relating to or belonging to a profession. And so let's see what they define as like professional degrees. What is ABA? OBBBA took the unusual step of defining a professional degree using an existing regulation as it was in effect on the date the bill was enacted, July 4th, 2025. In that regulation, a professional degree includes, but is not limited to, pharmacy, dentistry, veterinary medicine, chiropractic, law, medicine, optometry, osteopathic, I'm putting too many syllables in that. Osteopathic medicine, there we go. Podiatry and theology. How theology gonna be?
I was just about to say this. Let them have it.
The definition posed a challenge for the rulemaking committee. If professional degrees were not limited to those 10 fields, which others would it include? After initial proposing its own definitions that both limited professional degrees to 10 fields listed above and included a 1-year interim period that would include a greater array of programs, as well as more expansive proposal from some of the negotiators. The department ultimately drafted a multi-part rubric to determine who is eligible for higher loan limits. In the department's final language, a professional degree includes the 10 fields listed above and clinical psychology, and includes any other program that is the same 4-digit classification of instructional programs, CIP code, a structure for coding and reporting fields of study and programs in the higher education space, and those 11 fields primarily broadening to psychology programs that qualify, and is at the doctorate level, requiring 6 years of higher education, including at least 2 at the post-baccalaureate level, and requires professional licensure. So it's like a lot of different stuff. I don't even know what the 4-digit CIP code is.
I don't understand why we putting restrictions on education. What is going on?
So I will play devil's advocate.
Is this because they don't? Is it because people are in school too long to get a degree? And you get what I'm saying.
Some people have no intentions of graduating.
That's what I'm saying.
And so they are just getting money to get it.
And getting the max amount. So, I mean, I'm with you. We know people in real life who done did it. They pretend like they're going to go to school, they get that check, and they don't show up. That's why they make it so difficult for people at community colleges. That's why you don't get your check until dang near halfway through the semester because people are out here playing.
Oh, yeah, that refund check.
Yeah.
Not only that, I mean, the real root of the issue is not the loans. It's how much the institutions are charging for the education. Degree. There are no parameters on, hey, if you were a state university, you can't charge excess over this. Because that's how it was. Like, everybody always says this all the time. If an 18-year-old want to start a business and they want a $50,000 loan, the bank will tell them no. If an 18-year-old wants to go to school and it costs $50,000, they would give it to them.
Yep.
They
will actually give them $60,000.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
I think that's where it is. So a lot of stuff just snowballed. Like for me, I didn't plan to have the loans that I have, but I always knew in the end that I would be able to pay them off eventually, but on my time. I think my biggest issue always has been with how much they want you to pay back for the loans. I'm like, the thing is,
Facts.
Nobody should be paying interest on loans.
I agree with you. Now you got me thinking that I pay my loan payment this month. Yeah.
Like nobody should be paying interest on loans. Like if anything, just pay the straight up loan. Like why are you wanting to make
and then you'll pay for 5 years and just that'll be straight interest, especially if you deferred your loans.
Facts. No, I think like see, it's crazy. And then this other thing too is like why you just got to have your career strategy. After undergrad, I only owed like 10 G's.
That's how I was too. I actually owed less than that because I had a lot of scholarships
and I lost
stuff.
Tops. I would have probably only owed like 4 or 5.
I think I owed less than 5.
But then grad school, increased that.
Let's not talk about it.
But I mean,
But it is what it is,
But I was actually using it to go to school.
Same. And I was really close with. I think that's important too for you to get close with because when you go to grad school, you typically have like undergrad, you can talk to anyone in financial aid, but typically when you go to grad school, you have someone assigned to you, maybe based on your last name or your degree. But I always was really cool with my financial aid rep in grad school because I used to be like, I only want to take out exactly what I need to cover this books or whatever it may be. Like she knew. She was never trying to give me more than because if you don't know, your semester only costs $20,000, but they approved you for $50,000, right?
I would do that too.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Whatever I needed. I know.
Now it's different though if you gonna use it to pay some bills.
Yeah, because I'm like life happens. Like for me,
it do.
I had every intention. I was at work. I had made there a year. Didn't have no type of cap on paying school back. So I was like, cool. I'll have them pay the rest of this, so I won't owe much. But I got laid off, so I ended up getting like having to do school, but having a refund check during the time where I actually needed it because I didn't have no money coming in. So I understand like life happens, but also the people that's kind of gaming the system and you don't have no intention of doing it, you're messing up for everybody else.
But I feel like there should be some consequence for that. Because there's not really, right? There's not enough of a consequence for people to stop doing it, right?
Yeah, because all you got to do is just
like if you did it at one school, you shouldn't be able to go do it at another school.
All you got to do is be in school. You don't have to pay nothing back.
That part.
Let's see. A phase-in period for new loan limits helps borrowers but does not apply across the board. In addition to new loan limits for those at the graduate level, as noted above, OBA also sets new loan limits for parents borrowing on the behalf of dependent undergraduate students. Previously limited only to the cost of attendance of the school, but now capped at $20,000 annually and $65,000 in the aggregate per student. The new law also requires the proration of loan limits for students at the undergraduate and graduate levels attending less than full time, and it allowed institutions to limit loans for specific programs of study.
I don't like that.
I think that's doable. I think that's decent. 20 G's a year if you got to do like a Parent Plus loan.
But what if you want to go to a school that costs more than that? That's what I'm saying. Everybody don't want to go to.
So this is why I would love to like have academic stuff, the financial aid people, the people that have the numbers or at the school for admissions, because certain schools that cost more.
I was just talking to somebody. The semester was $60,000. I don't remember I literally was
SMU?
No, I don't think it was. It wasn't here, but it was. It was one of the top joints.
But I guess you got in some of those situations. Are you the top of the top that would be at that school? If not, why not go to a school where you'll be the top of the top and you get more financial resources versus, I know you want to go to this school. I get it. There's people that want to go to the Ivy Leagues and all these other schools. I get it. But I think most people, that's already competitive. Those competitive people probably getting good amount of scholarships. I think they're probably spending money most on like room and board.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would love to, if you're listening to this and you went to like the Stanfords or the Yales or the Princetons and you didn't have a full ride or something and you want to talk to us, definitely hit us up, because I always wanted to see how that was for somebody when they went to school and how much it cost them. Of course.
Do you feel like most importantly, do you feel like it's worth it? It was worth it.
For those type of schools, yes.
Well, I mean, by saying wherever you are today in your life or your career. Like, did it work out for you?
Yeah, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. This is, I mean, as like anything in your life, like you try to say, like,
I wouldn't change it either.
You want to change something you might have did bad or wrong, but it's like at the end of the day, whatever happened got you to where you at.
Exactly.
Let me see. I'm trying to see, like, because it's like, these are like some long things. I know big ones, people were like up in arms about the student loan forgiveness. Let me see what else is on here. I don't know. I'm not going to read all of it, but I do know those are differences. I know they are working on like, hey, how much of your disposable income can actually go to paying a loan?
Just because it's disposable to y'all don't mean it's disposable to me, first of all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because when I put what? Huh? Let's hold on now. You ain't gonna get all of that now. Hold on. It's a joke. It's a joke how much money they want back from you. They want you to pay all of your money for the loans and have not enough money to cover your bills, right, and your day-to-day expenses.
You got to hit. That's why most. Right,
that's why most people are on some sort of like a payment plan. That or a payment plan that's going to be for the next 20 years. Otherwise, they want all your money.
Look, you got to hit them with this right here.
Stop. Take lives. What do you mean by
that? But nah, you got to hit them. What do you mean by that, man? I'm not finna pay y'all that. Look, you know how the people like.
I could not believe how much money they wanted when it was time for me to start paying back on my student loans.
Same.
I was floored. Like, called my grandparents. Like, is this normal or what?
I was just like, hey, y'all can come get the degree back.
For real. Yeah, no, for real.
Take it. Shit. I know how to do the job now. Come get it back. Oh, man. I can't see what else you got written over there.